This
Uh,
conference will now be recorded.
some other people may join there. Okay. Right. Yesterday, what we have discussed, I'll just remind you the installation as well as setup of Android Studio as well as JDK we discussed. After that, I have explained in Android Studio what is Android Virtual Device, and I have introduced Android Studio with by creating a project. Uh, After creating project, whatever the folders we got in the project, that project directory we have got. Okay. So yesterday, what project we have created, which is Durgasoft in Durga 4 folder. Okay. So let me open that project in Android Studio. I have preloaded that one. So I have opened this. So here we have taken some project directory introduction. Okay. So I don't want all these things. So today the important things about user interface. How in Android we are creating user interface. The basic points we are going to discuss. Okay. Now front end design, which we are learning today. So front end design is here .xml file. Okay. So in which folder you are going to be add in this? So you have to go for resource. Okay. So in the resource folder, so here you have to create uh, your user interface. So everything what you have to create is inside the XML file only. Can I create duplicate layout file? No, it is not possible. Okay. So you should not create duplicate layout file. So if you are creating layout file, that should have some different reason. Okay. But you should not create duplicate layout file. And whatever the XML file, .xml file you are creating, the name must be unique and it must start with lowercase only. Activity underscore main .xml. So this is our these are all under lowercase only. So no other uppercase letter is available. Okay. So if you write also, you will get an error understanding this XML. So I'll make you understand two techniques. Call it as view, and second one is view group. Okay. So the other name for view group we can call it as layout. So or we can call it as also root element. So either name you can call it. So any name is fine. Okay. So what is a view first? Now, basically, this view in point of front end I am discussing. This view in point of front end we are discussing. So what is this view is? This view is nothing but uh, any component, or you can call it element used to place in XML from palette window. Palette window is called a view. It's called a view. So don't get confused. Here I am going to be display what is a view for you. So I am moving to design state here, XML. Where is my XML? Inside the resource, layout, XML. So inside this you will have palette. This is the palette window. Inside the palette window, you will have text view. Text view is a view. It's a universal name. Okay. So view is a universal name. View is a universal name. Ah, second point. But each view has defined with its own name. Defined with its own name. Okay. So it has its own name. So for example, what kind of name you will have? For example, button. Okay. Radio button. Radio button. Checkbox. So each one is different. etc. So many things. What are all available in the palette window? Button, text view, toggle button, checkbox, radio button, check to text view, spinner, whatnot. Whatever available in this palette window, by default, what is the name you are calling it as? View. Okay. So in your point of view, view is a universal name. So each view has its own default. For example, we are all humans. Humans are nothing but views, and your name is my name is Chari. Your name is Rakesh. Some kind of different things are available. Okay, so anything you can use. Right. So next, the next one is view group. So what is a view group or layout or root element we can call? Aligning number of views in a specified manner. Specified manner. Okay. So this is one. What do you mean by number of views? Number of views are you can also call it as group of views. Group of views means what? So so you are taking multiple views, more than one views you are taking, that you are going to be aligned using this view group. Okay. So here, what are the view groups available in our Android? Okay, let me write some names. View group names, very simple. View groups are nothing but these layouts. Okay. So we have different kind of view groups are available. Constraint layout, grid layout, frame layout, linear layout, linear layout, linear layout horizontal, all the views will align vertical, sorry, horizontal. If you want vertical, linear layout vertical, relative layout, table layout, table row, fragment, these are all different view groups. Okay, these are all, you can call it as view groups or layouts or root element. Okay, we have to learn about each and everything. Okay, so we are going to be learn each and everything. What are the different view groups you have? So first, let me make you understand the first basic important thing is linear layout. So this linear layout is available in two ways. Okay, here it will be classified as two things. One is horizontal. That means if you use horizontal linear layout, all the views will be aligned in horizontal manner. So if you use second one, which will become vertical, so all the views you can make it vertical. So if you want both, you have to specify both. Okay, both means in single it is not possible. You have to take multiple linear layouts. But before going this view group or views, first I would like to provide a basic syntax. Okay, so here I am going to be provide the basic syntax. So how we are going to be create XML. So every XML, okay, that must to start with a view group only. Okay, every XML, whatever the .xml file you are creating, that must to start with a view group only. So can't I create using this one? Can't I create by using view directly? No, you should not create like that. Okay, it should if you create it, then that will become a problem for us. So the main intention is every XML file that must start with a view group. So here I am writing its name as view group. Okay. So what is a view group name that you are going to be write? What are the view group names available? As I told, so view group names are layout names. Constraint layout is there, grid layout, frame layout, linear layout, anything you can take. That name we are going to be write. Okay. So for this view group, what are the XML properties you will get? See, I'm opening my XML file, which is design tab, text tab, go to text tab. So here constraint layout is there. So is that constraint layout is a view group? Just check here. constraint layout is available in the layouts. That means it is a view group, right? So this view group, by default, it is having a property XMLNS colon Android. Okay, this is a schema one. Okay, this property must be there in every view group when it is created. Okay, so this property by default it will generate, it must be there. Okay, after that two important properties we must provide for a view group. So what are the two properties? Mandatory properties. So what are the two mandatory properties? First one is Android colon layout underscore width. Next, Android colon layout underscore height. So what is this layout width, layout height? That I am going to be explaining. Okay. So I will explain this match parent, these values I'll explain later. But as of now, I am keeping empty. Okay. So as of now, what are, see, if I would like to write Android colon, this XMLNS colon Android must be there. Okay. This schema tag must be there. It will be auto generated. Okay. You no need to create or write. It will be auto generated, and it must contain, it must be there. Because of that one only, we have to write these properties. Every property what you are writing for view group or view, it must start with Android colon. Okay. So each one we can call it as attribute or property, XML property, XML attribute. Okay, anything must start with Android colon layout width, layout height. Okay, so inside this, inside the view group, what you are going to be add? You are going to be add a view. So what is a view here? See, I told you views are nothing but either it should be a text view or a button or toggle button, whatever it is, what not inside this. Okay, anything here, everything by default name you can consider it as view. So that's the reason you can take any view. Okay, here let me go to text property. Here text view is there. This text view, it is loaded with another two important properties, which are width height, Android colon width, Android colon height. Okay, so here some properties are there. So let me explain you the properties later. So I need some time to make you understand this one. Okay, I'm giving just some gap, I need to fill it. Okay, after that close the view. Next, here one more important point. Here if you need a, if for the view you need to write some backend logic. Okay, so then you have to add one more id, which is called Android colon id. Okay, so any id you have to call like this, at the rate plus id by. So id is mandatory, because in XML, for example, you have taken a button, you are clicking on that button, which button you are clicking, that must be identified, right? How it will be identified? By using id property. So give some id, view id, like this. Next, width to height to mandatory. Like this, how many views you would like to add, you can add inside the view group. Okay, inside the view group, how many you want, you can add number of views. Okay, there is one more question from my side. One question. What is the question? Is inside a view group, can I add one more view group? Is it correct to write view group inside a view group? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Inside a view group, you can create a group, you can create another view group. How many view groups I can create? One or two or 10 or unlimited. Inside a view group, you can create a view group. Inside a view group, you can keep a number of views. Anything is fine. Okay, anything is fine. There is no limitation. Inside a view group, you can create n number of views. Inside a view group, you can also create n number of view groups. Okay, anything is possible for us. So there is no problem, there is no restriction for us. How you would like to perform, same way you can do it, no problem. Okay, next, next, this is the syntax. Next, the important thing is, I would like to make you understand the first view group type, which is linear layout. See why I am preferring linear layout first. whenever any XML I am creating, why I am preferring linear layout is fast. Linear layout is very lightweight in point of memory. Okay, in point of memory, linear layout is very lightweight, and which will give exact design, accurate design, which will make satisfy for all the screen resolutions. So that is possible with the linear layout only. That's the reason my first choice, even though any number of new views introduced into the market, I want linear layout, which is perfect for us, which can work very perfect. Okay, let me make you linear layout understanding today, how linear layout will work. Okay, so here some constraint layout is there. Just to rename this constraint layout as what I have to write, linear layout. So just to try to type capital Li here like this, linear layout. Okay, some text view is there. Just to remove this, as I told, just to those properties only I will keep, remaining properties I am removing. Okay, so here uh, I'm using linear layout. So what properties it is having? XMLNS colon Android, some schema, and layout width is there, layout height is there. Okay, but here layout width value, height value, match parent it is showing. So let me make you understand first what are the layout width and layout height properties. Okay, layout width and height properties. Not only layout width and height, so it should be any width and height properties which we will have. Width and height properties. Ah. So what are the width and height properties? Basically, in our Android, we have total four properties we can write: width and height. Match parent. Okay. Second one is fill parent. Don't use fill parent, which is deprecated. Okay, deprecated means so this is not in use now. Okay, not in use. Don't use. Not in use. Okay. So in the latest versions it is not available, but lower versions it is available. Next, third one, wrap content. Wrap underscore content. Next, fourth one, hard coded value. For example, I am writing 200 density pixel, DP, density pixel, hard coded width, 200 density pixel kind of. So how many values I can write? Match parent, fill parent, these two are same. Okay, either you can write match parent or either you can write fill parent. But as I told you, okay, fill parent is deprecated in latest versions, so fill parent you have to ignore, you have to write only match parent. Next, third one, wrap content, and fourth option, hard coded value. Okay, let me make you understand what is first match parent. Here linear layout is available. This linear layout, it is available like a horizontal, vertical. How can I specify this, horizontal or vertical? Here for linear layout, you must add a property which is called orientation. See, I am not writing fully. Okay, or else just give control space. If you give control space, automatically what are all the applicable properties for that linear layout, automatically it will come. These are all the applicable properties. So that vertical or horizontal I have to specify by writing a property with the name called orientation. See, the property description also it is coming here for you. Should the layout be a column or a row? Use horizontal for a row, vertical for a column. Okay, this is the default is horizontal. If you don't specify orientation value for the linear layout, what it will take, default horizontal. But if you are writing okay, you can write for vertical or horizontal, anything is fine. Okay, let me write for vertical. For temporary purpose, and specifying its orientation property as vertical. For linear layout, you must to specify this property. You are not specifying, then what will be the orientation of linear layout? Default is horizontal. Okay, right. Here width to match parent is there, height also match parent is there. But what is this match parent? Match parent, that means entire width to match parent means from starting to ending. Height match parent in the sense from starting to top to bottom. Okay, starting to ending, top to bottom, match parent. Okay. So here I am unable to display for you because of all is coming in white. Okay. So in the values folder I have colors. Okay. I will utilize this color. What is this color? Color ascent. Some color code is there, hexadecimal. This color ascent I will append for my linear layout. How I am appending? Just check. Background color ascent. Background color ascent. See, when I append some color, that means background. See, it is occupying entire width. It is occupying entire height. Okay. Next, what is the second property? For width, let me add fill parent. Okay. Let me try to write fill parent. Will it come? See, fill parent. It won't come because it is deprecated. Okay. Don't write this, but for making you understand, I'm writing. Is there any change in the width? I changed the width property fill parent. I didn't change the height. Height remains match parent same. But width fill parent. What it is taking? Entire width, right? So match parent, fill parent both are same. Don't use fill parent. Always it should be match parent. Okay. Next wrap content is there. Let me write wrap content. So what is wrap content here? Try to write wrap content. Wrap underscore content. Is the color showing? That color is not at all showing even though for width as well as height. Because what is the width I have given? Width property I have given wrap content. Wrap content in the sense adjust according to the content. Adjust your XML according to the content. And one more question here. Can I add wrap content to match parent like this? Yes, there is no restriction. You can use any kind of width and height property. There is no restriction. Okay. So now width is wrap content, height is match parent. Inside this, I am trying to drag and drop a button. See, when I drag and drop a button, just to check what is the width property? Wrap content. How much button width is occupied? That much button width it is displaying. Am I correct? The color. You understand now? Now what I am doing? This orientation I am making horizontal. Horizontal. Okay. Now what I will do? Let me add one more button. This is linear layout orientation horizontal. So automatically it will add to the horizontal like this. If I keep on add number of buttons horizontally, automatically this width is increasing. Okay, this width is increasing because what? Graph content. If I say match parent this one, irrespective of button, it will go there. It will go there. So now just remove the buttons. Irrespective of buttons, it will take care. Okay, this width match parent is there, button width. Let me make it wrap content. Make it wrap content. Okay. Let's say I will write this width as 300 density pixel. Okay. It's got increased, right? That is. How about height to wrap content if I write? Fill parent it remains same. Fill underscore parent it remains same. Okay. So how about this one wrap content? Wrap underscore content. Understand what will happen? It will happen how much width of button and how much width of height of button. Up to that only this color will apply. Okay, let's say I'll make this one to vertical, not version. It should be vertical. Okay, now I will keep on add number of buttons. If I add button vertical, it will come. Now see, it was increased like this. Okay, and keep on adding. Come. Okay, this is because you have written wrap content, wrap content. Okay, So like this, you can hard code your wrap content also. For example, like 300 dp. Okay, height, consider you can write 100 dp. So if I write 100 dp, but here I have placed 4 buttons. What happened? 2 buttons are not showing because its height is restricted only for 2 buttons. That is the thing. So always for a view group, okay, for a layout, what are properties width and height you have to provide? Match parent, match parent. So this will occupy entire width and height. Okay, entire width and height. Even same for the buttons. Okay, let me remove this background color for the one view. Okay, now see for the button, this width is 300 dp, or else let me write wrap content. Okay, let me write wrap content. See this button width, what it is showing wrap content. Why it is showing wrap content here? If I write wrap content, what happened? On the button some text is there. Up to that button text, it is showing the width. For example, this button width, how much it is there? Match parent. That's the reason from where to where it is occupied, entire width, right? So this one, if I write wrap content, what will happen? It will also come like above the button. Okay, this one, let me write if you keep on increasing button sample, and see, if I keep on adding the text, the button width is getting increased. See, like this, like this. Okay, so anything is fine. What do you need? Anything is fine, like this. Okay, so any property you can use for width and height for anything. Okay, so I have make you understand this one. Okay, I hope you understand linear layout. This is the width height properties, orientation we must use. And next, coming to the view property, it's a button now. Okay, so this button, it has something here: id, width, height, text. Okay, let me display this button. When you click on this button, we'll try to uh, implement some logic. Okay, so for that, I'm starting a simple example with the name called event handler. Okay, this is very important concept. Event handling techniques in Android. Event handling techniques in Android. So what do you mean by event handling? Very simple. When you are clicking on a button, how to handle a button? When you are checking a checkbox, making uncheck a checkbox, how to handle that? How a radio button is checked? How a switch on off? Kind of thing. Okay, so when you click on it, how you are going to be execute that logic? So that is called event handling. So in our Android, okay, so we have total 3 kinds of techniques available in the Android. So today first technique I am going to be discuss with you, which is called attribute method. First technique what we are discussing, attribute method today. Okay, let me start coding. Okay, so already we created Durgasoft application, and this is my XML. Okay, where is your XML available? So let me open like yesterday, Durgasoft app, src folder, main folder, Java folder. Here is your package, and then this is your activity class. So there is some code is available. So what is the code? I'll tell you later. Here resource folder is there. Inside the resource folder you will have layout folder. Here is your XML. Okay, so here I am going to be explained in this example attribute method, linear layout with attribute method. Okay, any layout you can use, but for a button, attribute method I am explaining today. Okay, so here I have taken a button, or let me drag and drop fresh button. I would like to drag and drop a button. I am drag and dropping a button. So what is this button name is? See, what are the properties of button? ID. So I am using attribute method. I'm using attribute method to handle events. In that case, I don't require ID property for the button. Okay, I don't require ID property for the button, but button must have width property. If I remove this one, see, let's say if I remove width property, it is showing some an error for me. So what kind of error it will show for you? Actually, you will get an error. Sorry. Here I am searching for something. Layout width should be defined. Okay, width is mandatory for us. Width and height properties. Okay, so width match parent, keep it. Height graph content, keep it. Here some text is there. That text I am writing some property. So what is the property I am writing? Say hi, or else just hi. So button will display hi. It's not looking good. Let me make wrap content. Okay, now it is looking good. Now this hi text is there. Here one extra property I am adding for attribute method purpose. What is the property is on click. In the on click, you are adding some text. What is this text? Say hi. Okay, say hi. Now this say hi you have to create in the backend class. Why in the backend class is, see this XML, what is the activity main.xml, that is configured in the main activity. So here you just need to write a method. Okay, you have to write yourself a method. So what is the method name? Say hi. So create a method like this. Public, the method should be public. Method return type is void. What is the method name? Say hi. Okay, so this is a method now. This is a method. So with the same name you have to write. On click, what is the text you have given? Same text. Even though if you make uppercase, lowercase also, you will get null pointer exception. Okay. So whenever you have written say hi method, inside the method you must provide a parameter or attribute with the name called view. Okay. So here this is backend view. What is backend view? Again, it's a universal object. Button is a view. That is a universal object. Okay. Inside this, when you click on the button, I would like to display hi message. Okay. So for that, again I am introducing one more concept. Okay. So or display messages to user in Android. How to convey message to user in Android? So first kind of message, so many types are there. One by one, let me add. First kind of message you will have toast message. Toast is a predefined, okay, toast is a predefined object and it will display message on the device screen, mobile device screen for some time with a time duration. After that it will disappear. Okay, first let me write the toast. There is a syntax for the toast message. See, don't type everything on your own. Okay, use this one. Toast dot. There is a method for the toast saying make text. It is asking context value. So what is a context here? Context is a super class. As of now, remember context is a uh, sorry, context is a super interface, not a super class. Context is a super or global interface. Okay, private context, context equals to, what is the value of context is your class name. What is my class name here? Main activity dot this, or else in place of context variable you can write main activity dot this. But every time instead of writing main activity dot this, I have created a variable context. Okay, so here I am writing hi to all, hi to all. This is the message I would like to display. Comma, this message you can display for some time. So length long or length short. These two are the options. Length short means like kind of 2 or 3 seconds. Length long means like up to 5 seconds it will display. After that, dot show. This is mandatory. What is the you must remember this syntax. First dot make text context your message length long dot show. Okay, now I am done. Let me run my application. How to run my application? See here, this icon will be there, or else shift plus F10. Okay, I am clicking on icon. Sorry, actually this virtual device is not working for me. Let me create a new virtual device. Okay, phone 5 point Nexus device. Next, so here I will take Nougat. Just a second, it is creating a virtual device. Once it is done, Android virtual device, then in your PC automatically it will create when you install it. Okay, so this one I would like to launch. I am selecting here. Okay, your virtual device has to launch. Make sure to attend session sharp at 8 p.m. Okay, because I have 9 p.m. batch. So if you come very late, then it will become problem for us. Okay, so try to attend sharp 8 p.m. Okay, I'll be login before 8 only. Okay, please be available sharp 8 p.m. Okay, virtual device is launched. So this is the virtual device where you can execute your application, but it has to load with the software. It is taking some time. Just we have to wait just a minute. Very first time it will take some time. Now it started loading. కరుణ్ just a minute, yes. Just be on hold. So it is taking some long time because Very first time it will take long time, but unfortunately in the morning I deleted this. So that's the reason it is taking time. Okay, till then let it come online. So I will try to place another button. Okay, let's take another button. So with the attribute method only we can continue. So this another button. So what is this another button? See, ID I don't require as I told you for attribute method. So next what property, width property. Here width is looking match parent. That's the reason it is applying enter width. I don't want. So I want it as wrap content. Okay. So let's make it as wrap content. Next height, mandatory wrap content. Button. So let's write this button name as hello. Okay. So here also this one also I would like to add what attribute method. So here I am writing different text. So this is say hi, this is say hello. On click property I added same like above. So this say hello property, whatever say hello text I have written, that I would like to copy here, and same like above I have to create a method saying public void, okay, say hello, say hello. So this is the method I created. Now inside this method you must provide a argument. What is the argument? View. View is mandatory here. Okay. View you must write. After that some toast message you have to write. So toast dot make text of context. Already context variable is there. You must remember this syntax. Okay. Context variable. What is the message you would like to display? So I would like to display my message as hello to all. Next length underscore long dot. Okay, I have done it. Let me try to run this. Still it is taking time. Unfortunately I removed this from okay, thank God this was loaded with operating system. Okay, now this device is loading the thing. Okay, now it will generate APK and it will get load into thing. Okay, so what is attribute method for a button is simply you have to write on click. On click is a new parameter with the say hi, say hello. This is the basic one. Okay, but don't use this one in real time. Real time it will be handled differently. Okay, so here we are writing this one. What two methods I created. Okay, so which is used to what this one. Now it is launching APK. That means it is launching now. See now two buttons are there. This is your application executed. When I click on first button, okay, hi button. Sorry, there is some hi to all. Okay, so this one when I click this, hello to all like this. So this is a toast message. It will come for some time and then disappear. Okay. When I click hi button, this is hi to all. Okay. This is so here because of the memory issue, it is responding very late. But actually, it will come very fast because I am using 4 GB RAM. Processing speed is too low. It's almost occupied 3.6 GB. So that's the reason it is taking high, high to high. Hello to hello. Okay, so this is attribute method. Okay, so it's a simple one, but we are not using this one in real time. So in the real time, the next method what we are going to be introduced, what I am going to be discussed, that one we will use in real time. So which is called inner class method. Okay, so this I will explain tomorrow by after explaining activity. Okay, so tomorrow I am going to be explain about activity first. Okay, linear layout with act, it is there. Now we are enough to start XML coding. So what we are going to be discussed tomorrow first with activity. First Android core component, that is Android backend. I am starting from today, sorry, tomorrow. So that Android backend in that first core component, core components. So what are the core components we have? Those core components I am adding. So the first core component which I would like to introduce to you all. Okay, right. So I'm ending the session for today. Okay, so we'll meet again tomorrow with activity. Okay, so that is the one. And any queries you have, please let me know for today's session. It's a sample thing. Don't worry. From tomorrow onwards, we will start. We'll start the exact what is Android. Okay, these are all basic things, normal stuff. If you listen to my video, also you will get understand. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, we'll dig into the what is real Android. Okay, that's all. So if you don't have any queries, you can exit the meeting. We'll meet again tomorrow sharp 8 p.m. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you then. I hope no one have any queries. You can leave the meeting. We'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you all.